All right. Uh, all right, guys. All right. Oh shit. Yo, what's good, fellas? Sorry. I just noticed you guys were all talking. I was trying to set everything down, bro. Let me listen. He's already on the draft board, bro. In the box is on the draft board, fellas. He finally did what he was supposed to do. Um, let me get into the show. If anybody is trying to come join the stuff, you guys are more than welcome to. Make sure you guys show up in the public. So as long as you're in the publics, I'll see it, and then I will add you guys in. But anyway, guys, shit, man, fucking welcome. It is season 38 pre-draft show. I'm super excited, man. We got a lot in store. I only have about an hour and a half-ish. Knowing Feach, it's probably going to end up being 2 hours. I'm super fucking excited. Just looking forward to it, bro. Just absolutely looking forward to it. My boy Jay Bullen in the chat, man. What's good, bro? I had to retire you, dog. You weren't communicating with any of the fucking whatchamacallits, bro. You were not communicating with people when they were in your DMs. What happened? As a matter of fact, do me a favor, Jay Bullen. Come into the Publix, man. Let's talk. I'm not sure if you're trying to get your name back on the draft board, but if you are, I need you to Listen, coming to the publics, man. Let's talk about it, bro. Coming to the public, let's talk about it. Um, no, listen, I know in the box has gotten on the draft board, man. This is the thing, bro. I want you guys to understand something, man. At the end of the day, the liquid server it should be treated just the same way as the SIBA server is, man. You don't get to go into the SIBA server and disrespect the SIBA, right? You do not get to come into the liquid server and disrespect liquid. It's just not how it works, bro. It's not something that I'm gonna accept. It's not something I'm gonna honor. People like that, bro. When I start looking at like who's SOE, who's not SOE, I can't, bro. You know, I have a hard time with people like that. So, you know, shout out to Jabari for being able to own up for his mistake, pay his fine, and now he's on the board, bro. You know, I'm excited. I don't know why you said my new boss. Don't call me Emmanuel. What's good, Sly? Listen, bro, I feel good. Yeah, you are undrafted, Sly. Bro. You haven't been around, bro. I can't put you. I can't even put you on the 5th round, bro. You don't got that in me. Wait, man, we have a hash. What do you mean by a hash? I'm not understanding what you guys are saying, bro. Listen, a lot of people are typing, bro. Let me say my little spiel real quick, bro. Listen, as we go, we got to talk, Jay Buller. I can't just put you on the draft board. We got to talk. Because I got a lot of questions for you, bro. Got a lot of questions for you, brother. Number one, I guess we could get into it. I mean, if you can, it's crazy you can type, but you can't talk. You feel me? Like if you're driving, how can you type and not be able to talk? I feel like it's like opposite, right? Like if you're driving, you have a better chance of talking than you do than typing, right? Like am I crazy for feeling that way or what? Like that is, I don't know. But a lot of questions for you, bro. Let me start off, I guess, since you can only type. Your girl's typing for you. Okay, cool. So questions for you, bro. I got some questions for you, bro. Let's start with number one. Jay Boolin, you played 12 games last season. Okay, you were let's look really quick. Draft order. I got to go to season 37 archives. Give me 1 second. Let me go to season 37 archives. There it goes. Season 37 archives. Let's get to it. There it is. Perfect. All right. So let's look at this really quickly. Jay Booling went number 15, the Theodore unit, right? So you were the number 15 pick for Theodore unit last season, and you only played 12 games. I'm having a hard time understanding that concept. Can you explain that to me? Why did you only play 12 games out of 32? Okay, you played 20 games you missed as the number 15 ranked player or drafted player for last season. So let's start with that one, bro. Let me know when you can explain that. The draft is going to be at 4:00, y'all. Probably around 4:15, 4:30. Feach will let me know when to get off. So I'll just be yapping out the mouth until Feach gets off or tells me to get off, and then we'll get right into it. Would love to get some people in the booth. SOE, cool. A lot of never mind. I believe it though. I can't, bro. I don't feel like doing that right now. I'm too tired, bro. I'm too tired. Great question. Are there any trades, bro? It's up to Feach. Listen, I had a conversation with Feach this morning. I reached out to him. I said, "Yo, bro, are you still doing trades?" He let me know that he was driving and he was a little busy during the day. He never actually gave me a legit answer on whether or not trades will be still going. My guess is it's 2:30 right now. Most likely trades will not. There will be no more trades until mid-season is my guess. I could be wrong, and Feach can jump on stream right before the draft and accept trades. I doubt he'll do that. But that's just where the cookie crumbles. So anyway, I really want to get into it. It doesn't look like Jay Bullen wants to have that conversation. It is what it is. It's not a big deal. So let me just jump right into it. See some guys. Yeah, been loading with my BM. I haven't been loading up with BM. I don't really understand that question. Yeah. What do you mean that's BS? Oh, with black market. Gotcha. Well, I didn't even know. Like, honestly, God, I had no idea that. I wasn't even talking about black market, to be real with you, bro. I really wasn't. I was just talking in general. Regardless of that, I'm just saying as a number 15th ranked player, and I'm going to explain it to you because it'll make a little bit more sense. But as a number 15 player, drafted player in last season's draft, you played 12 games. Now, as we go into season 38, you're not communicating with your with owners and coaches that are reaching out to you. In my mind, there's no reason for you to be on the draft board. You didn't commit last season. You aren't committing this season, talking to anybody, communicating with anybody. So in my mind, respectfully, I would say focus on your living situation, focus on whatever you need to do, because family's way more important than a video game, right? IRL is way more important than a video game. You know what I'm saying? And yo, Bruce, every time you asked, so he loaded he loaded for the 12 games you asked. Yo, Bruce. I just can't, bro. I can't. So you're a horrible fucking owner is what you're saying. You're okay with him loading for 12. I got you, bro. Don't even worry about it. You are proving my point on why I feel the way I feel about you. You are proving my point on why I feel the way I feel about you, brother. It's not a big deal. I'm over the conversation. Anyway, back to it. Yo, I just can't with this kid. Can I get people in the booth, bro? I really want to go over the I'm gonna try with the first 20 picks. I kind of got an idea of where people are going. I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited to hear you guys, bro. Yo. Yeah, apparently, bro, he's gonna draft another person that only plays 10 games because he doesn't care. It didn't give him no problems or nothing. Feature. I love to hear that, bro. He didn't give him one problem. He loaded when he told him to load the 12 games he played. Mad respect to Bruce, man. This is exactly why Theodore Unit is in the position that Theodore Unit is in. Shout out to Bruce, man, bro. You are such an awesome fucking owner. Just makes me happy, bro. I just love to hear that about our owners. Anyway, let me bring up the draft order. Listen, I feel like this draft class is very, it's pretty obvious who that number one pick is going to be. We know that Bells of War, for some of you guys that don't know, and I'm going to have to pull up two of them really quick because I really want to kind of go back and forth with the transactions. Obviously, as you guys saw, Feach kind of went a little bit bananas the other day with the trade. So we do have kind of there's a lot of new trade or a lot of trades, a lot of teams. I believe there are, if I'm correct, there's like 7 or 8 teams currently right now that have 2 first round picks. It does look like this season, man, that there are going to be quite a few teams that are going to be going all in for this last season of 2K. So it makes me happy. I love to see it. A lot of these guys had to give up a lot. So these teams that you're seeing for this season that are going to be going all in, the State Mafias, the Bells of Wars, the Ghost Showers, who else? Sons of Mans, all these teams are probably going to not look as competitive coming into next season. And as you guys all know, the only people that can be retained this season are dynasty players. So if you are a dynasty player, you will be able to be retained, but you have to agree to that. So just for clarity purposes, because I know there was a lot of people that were asking me these questions in my DMs, it's the same rules still apply, guys. So if you have a dynasty player, and I'll use like CP as a prime example, right? Like CP is going to have to agree to stay on his team and go into 2K27. You don't just get to keep like CP because he's a dynasty player. He must still agree in order to go into 2K27. If like CP says, you know what, I don't want to continue to stay on the team that I'm on, I would like to go back into the draft. Obviously, he'll lose his dynasty role. But at the same time, he'll go back into the draft. And anybody understands that, guys like CP is, they're first round talent. So, if I were you, I would do everything in my power. Whoever that team is, whoever has like CP, I would do everything, or the future. So I would do everything in my power to keep him around, to want him to be happy where he's at, so that way he can go into 2K27 with like CP. You guys are typing so fast, so bear with me as I'm trying to read these messages. Jay, I never got any confirmation from Feach that said you sent money, so I'm not putting you on the board until I get that confirmation from Feach. So I did not add you yet. No, I know 4 and D is trying to get added to the board, but that's some weird shit. You got to figure your shit out, and you might need to talk to Feach on that one, because you guys were account sharing, and you're not going to be able to go into the season with the same account that someone else used last season. So you guys have to figure that piece of it out. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. So with this season, you do have a lot of teams that are pretty much going all in. So we'll kind of get right into it. Let me pull up. And again, if anybody wants to discuss this, I really would love to have a partner. I'm a little bit annoyed. There were a lot of people that reached out and said that they were going to be here. They're not here. It sucks that I gotta just kind of have to depend on myself, bro. I hate that feeling, man. Just wish I had people that, it's unfortunate. Anyway, I would love for people to come up, bro. Join the Publix, bro. I'm not looking at messages, bro. Put me on the board, bro. You guys asked the very last second, bro. Like, it just is, I can't, bro. Honestly, lazy. I'll keep it being, bro. You're not even gonna get drafted, so sure. I guess I'll put you on there, or I'm sure Feach will add you. It's not a big deal. You're gonna get added, but you're most likely gonna end up in the G, which I DM'd you earlier. No, you DM'd me about ownership. I did not receive a DM earlier about you wanting to enter the draft, so maybe I just didn't read it. My apologies. But I did see your DM about ownership. Listen, Feach likes you. He thinks you're a good dude. I've been in SIBA for now 2 years, bro, and you sell a lot of dreams, brother. You sell a lot of dreams. Techno, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Do you hear me?
Techno, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello?
Hello. I hear you. Hold up.
Techno boards? Can you guys hear me? Jay, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, are my headphones not even on, bro? That is hilarious.
Can he not hear us?
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we hear you.
Oh my god, my headphones weren't even on, dog.
No, we know. You're a little slow. It's all right.
Wait, you said how? Because when I wanted to work with you, I DM'd you, brother. Please. Out of respect to Feach, bro, because he obviously likes you, I'm not even gonna get into this conversation with you, bro. I'm not. It's not even worth it. Yo. Anyway, guys, so listen, let's get right into it, bro.
People in the chat are wanting you to address the trade that Feast just put through.
I don't really call. We'll talk later, bro. I don't have the energy time to do it. You said Feach just put in a trade?
Yeah, people in the chat wanted you to address.
Hey, awesome, bro. So Bomb the Blue Skies. So Gravel Pit traded Bomb the Blue Skies to Ironman for a season 39 second round pick. Listen, I think that's a good trade. I do. I think that's a good trade. I think that Ironman is give me 1 second before I speak. Yeah. Anyway, what are you guys' thoughts on that one?
I think Iron Man. Is Iron Man? What's Iron Man keepers? What was their?
Nobody.
They don't have any keepers.
They don't have any keepers, bro. Hey, Lando is doing what Lando does best, bro. He's just an idiot. So we love that for him, bro, and we wish him nothing but the best.
So he tried to keep Seth, but Seth opted out, and
it doesn't make sense to me, and I'm actually surprised Feach made that accepted this trade.
Yeah, I was about to say this. This is like He's not really the
Bro,
best.
why?
So I'm not
Why
really
fuck
explaining
me,
it.
bro? Let me explain to you why it's a dumb trade, Lando. Is that okay? Do you want me to explain to you why it's a dumb trade? Number one, you're not a competitor. You're not competing
Yeah.
this season at all. You're not going to be good. Okay, so what you have done is you have pretty much given up your second round pick next season, where you could have been competitive. Okay, and you have now turned your team into a non-competitive team in one of the most biggest draft classes in SEBA history. You have given up
You
your
know,
second round pick for a chance at what? To compete in this season? You're not even going to make playoffs. So
Lando,
that's why I'm saying it's a dumb trade in my opinion. Yeah.
Well,
you got
anyone, our
Yeah.
division's so weak, anyone can come out. Like
Okay,
Iron Man.
so let's be really honest with ourselves for a second. It doesn't matter if they come out and make playoffs. They're getting rounded first round.
Mm,
All right, so it doesn't.
sure.
They're not. That's what I mean by they're not competing. So you gave
Yeah.
up. You gave up your second to not compete this season, to now not being able to compete next season either. Like it just.
like
I
I
don't
said, everybody knows, man. This last season of 2K,
know.
this is where Feast is more lenient on the trades, bro.
Yes.
You either got that team where you going all in, or
Yes.
you these
You don't
teams that's
got it,
doing
bro. That's
you're
simple.
doing the teams that what we call the method.
Let's
Get out
talk
there and
about
go
it.
get.
Whoa. Not necessarily.
Let me talk
I mean,
about
a lot
this
of
really
these
quick,
teams.
guys. Let me talk about this really quick, guys, because here's the thing. When I look at the trades, let me give you guys the top, in my opinion, the top three trades that Feach approved. Where is the transactions? I'm having
Transactions
a
right
hard. There it is. Perfect. I
under.
got it. I got it. So as I look at these trades, guys, let me give you guys the top three trades, okay? And I'm actually gonna rank them from top to bottom. So in my opinion, as we're looking at these trades, well, I want to hear from you guys as well. What do you guys think was the third best trade that that was given in this trade the other day?
Third best.
Yeah, what was the
I know
number
number
three
one.
best? We all know
Number
number one.
one,
I think
bro.
we all know number
Yeah,
one. Number one is a pretty
yeah,
obvious one, but let's
yeah.
let's go off for the third best. What do you guys think
I
the third
think
best
I
was?
think Gravedigger's trading up for pick 2.
No, that's number one game. That's
That's
You
number
think you
that,
one.
think
that's
that's
That
number
one?
Yeah,
one.
that's
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
so
number
best
here,
one.
trade
That's the
yet.
best too.
let's talk about well. Okay, so we'll get to it. I agree. I think that there's two that could easily be number one, but I do think that was my number one as well. But there's also one more that I think could have easily been number one. But let me hear you guys' third. What do you guys think the third one is? So we have Gravediggers. What are the ones that you guys think were like really good
I
trades?
was
Like,
gonna say probably
The
either
liquid trade.
the
I like my trade
well, we,
personally.
we, we, we
bees.
gotta we gotta talk about the Sons of Man's trade. We gotta talk about
I was
the
gonna say I'll go bees, Ellie's. I would say between the bees and the Ellies. Sons
I,
of Man. I'm not really big. The Sons of Man's trade is okay.
Bro, okay, but
It's
you have to understand what I mean by the trades, though. You guys have to understand because what I mean
like
by that is like we literally. I
I've
say we.
given
I
up.
apologize. I apologize by saying we. I am no longer affiliated with Liquid Pro Amp, but Liquid Pro Amp literally raw dogged Sons of Mans. And there's only two ways that Sons of Mans can redeem themselves in a trade like that. So I want to say
When?
I'm going to say that the top three trades, number three would go the Liquid Pro Amp versus Sons of Man trade. In my opinion, was a number three best trade that was given, and the reason why is it's so lopsided and it's so fucking stupid from Sons of Mans. However, I did have a conversation with Cam, and Cam's mentality and his thought process makes sense. So for everybody that's like that, that looked at the trade, they're just like, this shit is so fucking lopsided.
Another
However,
trade apparently, Manny, real quick.
you said what?
Someone just said another trade.
Oh,
Oh,
Features.
It's a dumb trade.
Feast must be
Oh, he's
typing.
typing. Oh shit, Feast is
Listen,
typing.
Features in a great mood right now. This is awesome.
Oh,
I fuck
shit.
with this.
Oh,
No,
look at this.
nah, Feach did this shit on purpose, bro. He wanted to do these trades while we're on stream. I fuck with Feach, bro. So Poisonous Darts trades the 12th pick in the draft to Iron Flag for season 39 and season 40, second round pick.
Wait, who was the flag able to keep? Who did they all keep from last
I
They
season?
don't. I
only
don't.
kept
I
they
don't.
only kept Trendy in the
Yeah.
fifth.
So it's Trell and
Bro,
Trendy.
Legendary
Yeah.
Weapons got their trade. It makes me happy, bro. I knew that. Listen, I had a great conversation with Cook Iverson earlier today, bro, and that trade makes me happy. I'm glad it worked out. But I really want to talk about this Poisonous Darts trade because it just bothers me a lot, bro. Like, listen, I love Loyalty. I think Loyalty is a great human being. Like, he really is. The problem with Loyalty, bro, is he is a vibe type of guy. And what I'm learning in this community, bro, especially in SIBA, you can't be a vibe type of guy and be an owner. You just can't, bro. Look at Method Man. Method Man is a vibe type of guy, right? Bulletproof or Bring the Pain is a vibe type of guy, right? They want to Liquid Swords is a vibe type of guy. Like these guys want to play with their friends and they want to play where they're comfortable. They don't care about who's actually good. They're just like, is this guy, is he loading, is he gonna rock with me, is he, you guys get what I'm saying? To me, bro, I'm looking at this trade, bro, and I'm just so disappointed in Loyalty because you just gave up 2 seconds. Iron Flag is not going to be hurt by this. And you guys also have to realize when you look at the coaches that are players that are top 1% guys, losing a second round pick actually doesn't hurt them. You guys get what I'm saying? Because Killer Bees, we can talk about the Killer Bees trade. Killer Bees traded 2 seconds as well. Or excuse me, they traded a second and a third for the 9th pick. So they only traded 1 second and 1/3. And really,
2/3.
It says trade the 144th pick in the draft. Oh, so they're trading a third, a season 39 second, and a season 39 third to Liquid Swords for the 9th pick. Okay, but even then, in my opinion, bro, that doesn't hurt the Killer Bees at all. The Killer Bees are not hurt by that. They are still going to be a playoff team next season for season 39. Am I wrong? And look at Hearn. Hearn, you're an idiot, bro. It's not a good trade because Poisonous Darts has Loyalty as their owner. He is not a top 1% player, bro. This is a really bad trade for Poisonous Darts. I don't think this is a good trade. Or excuse me, let me rephrase that. I apologize. I had them swamped. So it's a great trade for Iron Flag. I don't think it's a good trade for Poisonous Darts. I believe Poisonous Darts could have gotten a first-round pick for season 39 first, season 40 second, and I still think that trade would have worked, in my opinion. They could have got a first and a second for that 12th pick. What do you guys think?
He definitely did. Yeah. It definitely was more lenient because I don't think a lot of these people know Manny. Like, not a lot of people are gonna be kept, and those seconds and thirds are the biggest rounds of the draft. Like every 2K, there's always a good kid that falls to them seconds.
I'm glad you say that. So for keeper value, guys, as you guys are looking at my screen, everybody that's highlighted, everybody that has the what is it called, the fucking highlight or whatever, will be kept or are eligible to be kept. Now I use the word eligible because at the end of the day, guys, we still do it the SIBA way. They have to agree to be kept into the next season. Okay, so you guys got Polo Uncut, you got Simply Seb, Time of Custom, Forgive Yuri, Kyrie, Dynasty, Huntin, Cert, Lil Nilo, Adam Fades. Like all of these guys have to agree to continue to stay on their team in order to be kept. So I do think that when we look back for 2K27, I'm gonna make an assumption that 12 people get kept. I think you're gonna have 12 players will be kept into 2K.
So many, right? Do you know how like when a player retires, the team keeps the rights to that player? Those rights are over once this next 2K starts, huh?
Those rights are officially over once that next. Yeah. So for example, Jamar, if Jamar were to get unretired, he would no longer. The Liquid Pro Amp would no longer have his rights. Yes, 100%.
We wouldn't have his rights regardless because we don't have a first-round pick.
Yeah, but technically, I'm just saying in general. If he was a first round, yes, we grabbed Jamar in the first round. He retired. If he were to come back, we would have his rights. We would not be able to have his rights next for 2K27. Okay, and again, there's a lot of guys that I'm not going to say any names. People have reached out to me. They're really frustrated. Like, oh, my fucking Dynasty player is retiring, knowing damn well that he's not going to be retained into 2K27. If you are retired as a Dynasty player now, okay, and you are not playing in this season's draft, you are no longer going to be a Dynasty player going into 2K27. Okay, so there are some players that have retired recently that were Dynasty players. Their mentality may have very well been, I don't know, bro, I just don't want to play for that team anymore. I can't read anybody's mind, so I don't know what their reason is for them, right? For them retiring. It could have been a family thing. However, we are not in control. Like I can't force him to say you're forced to play on this team. Like we're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? They have the option to be able to come into 2K27 and be on that team. So anyway, any more transactions? I don't see any more typing. Let me know, guys, in the chat if Feach decides he wants to start typing again. But let's get right into the number one pick, man. So obviously, I think it's safe to say we all know who that number one pick is going to be. Without a doubt, it was a Johnny Red sweepstake, and Bells of War was able to get that. Was able to win that sweepstake. Is it safe to say, guys, that we are all pretty sold on Johnny Red going number
Yeah,
one?
I'm sold. For sure.
Yeah.
Sold.
All right. So let's look into oh man, I'm wrapping up to the pre-drafts.
Gravediggers is even easier of a pick.
You said what?
I say Gravediggers is even easier of a pick.
Well, I'm pretty sure I know who Dash was going to grab. But yeah, so I think with the number two pick, here's the thing though, bro, and I love Zay. I do love Zay. I don't know what you guys see in Zay. I think Zay, as a teammate, I think Zay is a bad teammate. I don't know what you guys see in him to make you guys feel like this guy is this huge ordeal. Look at what he did with State Mafia. You know, they could never win when Zay was on that court with State Mafia. So I mean, you guys remember, you guys threw this whole huge ordeal about Zay being kept with Daytona 500 as a second round keeper. You guys remember that, or as a second round keeper? Everybody was pissed off. That's not fair. He's easily a first round. This is bullshit. And did Zay ever win? Did he win?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So I mean, at some point, bro. I don't know, dog. Y'all, Gravediggers killed themselves to move up to number two so they can grab Zay. I don't think it's a good idea. I think that was really stupid. However, I get it though. Dash is really tired of not having defense. He thinks that Zay has defense.
Isn't Dimes back? So wouldn't Dimes go second? In my opinion, Dimes is probably a
No,
number two pick.
no, Dimes is not. Dimes is back. Dimes will not go second. No, not in SIBA, bro. In SIBA,
I think Dimes was gonna go the first pick of the second round.
well, we'll talk about it because I think he might go. There's two places that I think he might go for sure. But I do think I like the mentality. The problem is this community does not view Dimes as anybody special. So Dimes will not go number two. I do think Zay will be the number two pick in this draft. Does anybody disagree?
I disagree.
It will be
he's-
Zakari Dennis.
He's proven he could win in many different scenarios. So I
Did you throw
think
out the Fed though, Jay?
Yeah, no, he has.
What are you-
He has proven that he can win in many different scenarios, except for SIBA. So SIBA is I think it's safe to say, man, SIBA is the hardest league to win in, and Dimes has proven on a consistent basis that one, he can't win in here, and two, you know what? I don't want to say that because we did have a great conversation on stream the other day, and he actually proved to me that he's not a quitter. He never quit in SIBA, right? He never quit. But I do think that there is a narrative about Dimes that he's not a great teammate. Okay,
He did quit in FIBA.
No, he didn't.
He
I
got
don't.
drafted.
He
got
did
drafted to me and
Oh, he
Dolos.
did
Yeah.
quit. Okay, my
He got
apologies.
drafted to me and Kaz Dolos and Shake's team and literally.
Oh, okay, shit. Yeah, my apologies, bro. I apologize. Yeah, my fault. He's proven that he is a quitter. My fault.
He quit from this league. He has quit from
My
this
bad.
league.
I didn't know if he quit. I just knew he went to LBA, but I didn't know if he quit.
When he hasn't have quit, man, he does play the games though, and he has made playoff runs both of the times he played.
Yeah. No. He's a great player. I think there's a narrative that he's not a good teammate. But I also know that Johnny Red made a call. Or we'll talk about that anyway. So Gravediggers. So Zay will go number two. All right. So let's look at Sons of Mans. And for me, bro, Sons of Mans have given up their lives. I mean, they sold their soul for season 38. I mean, these guys. It's for Sons of Mans. It's win or bust. There is no in between for Sons of Man. What they have absolutely given up to make this team possible This is what I think is going to happen. And I love the fact that I think Mosov is a great guy. And I'm happy for Mosov to be, in a position where he has a chance to compete. Obviously, Sons of Mans are going all in, and so now he's going to be on a team that's actually going all in this season. So I'm excited to see what happens. He is not a guy that has problems with loading up, and so I know he'll be playing all 32 games. So with this number 3 pick, you have Cam at that point guard position. You have Mosop at that center. You have to go back end. You have to go best available back end. To me, yes,
I think they could go Tutok here at 3, or they're going to go.
They won't. They'll go defense. So
Tuchel hadn't played shooting guard in so long.
Yeah.
Bro.
So here's the thing. I'm going to tell you guys.
He's got 32 games to be a top 5 shooting guard again. That's more than enough.
Listen, this is the thing is well, you can't take a chance. So here's the problem. You can't take a chance right now. Okay,
they've taken a chance. They don't lose nothing from taking a chance.
No. I'm telling you right now, you can't take a chance on a player. Like I can't say to myself, well, Tutok hasn't played shooting guard. Let me just try it. Like they can't. This season is all in right now. Sons of Mans is in an all in or bust situation. There is no question on can this player is he still decent at? No. You have to pick the player for certain is going to come in. And I think that they're going to look at a leader. They're going to look at a vocal defensive leader, right? So we look at the pre-draft rankings at in my opinion, the top back ends, right, that are vocal leaders, right? And you start seeing guys like Seth Cobain, right, that is, to me, is a really great vocal leader. You start hearing it, I think Honcho's a great player. I don't think he's a vocal leader that Sons of Man can really vibe with. I think Honcho does great with his circle of friends. I don't think Honcho does great outside of his circle of friends as far as leadership is concerned. So he's not somebody that I think would be looked at with this 3rd pick. You start looking at guys like there's not that many back ends, in my opinion, that are vocal leaders.
Seth or Bari.
I love Coop, but again, I don't think that's a guy that you're taking a chance on. You're saying, is this guy going to come back and actually give us what we need as far as leadership goes? I don't think you do it. So in my opinion, when I'm looking at this board, you guys are gonna be jaw dropped at this one. But when I'm looking at this board, I'm looking at a bona fide winner. I'm looking at a guy that I know for certain is going to come in and lead my team to victory, and that to me is going to be Dayfry. So I think Dayfry is going to end up as a number 3 pick for Sons of Mans. And I think
Sons of Man was the first team that drafted him on 24 as well.
Yeah. So I think that it's going to be a perfect fit. In my opinion, bro, you have Cam, you have Mosov. I think that pick and roll, I've been playing with that pick and roll recently, bro, to be honest with you guys, and I'm telling you right now, fucking Cam is difficult to guard when you have a popper, and you have a popper like Mosov on that squad. So I do think that it's going to be I think that their connection offensively is great, and then you grab a Dayfries and his leadership on defense. Now they're going all in. To me, that is the perfect 3 to start this Sons of Man roster. Obviously, they lost their shooting guard with their I forgot his name. Watch the Rapper. Yeah, Watch the Rap. They lost him. So they're gonna, but they have a lot of picks as well, guys. So does anybody disagree? Does anybody have any other thoughts on who they think the number 3 draft pick will be?
No, Dayfry makes sense.
Yeah. Anybody else? All right. So then
maybe Seth would be the only other guy I can take at pick 3.
I think those are it's really between Seth and I don't think there's anybody else because again, the type of leadership that Sons of Man is going to need, it needs to be a really loud, vocal, positive leader, and those are the only 2 guys in my opinion that fit that criteria in this draft right now. Not saying that there's not skillful guys. In the Box is a very skillful back end. By Animation is a very skillful back end. All these guys are great, skillful back ends, but that doesn't, there's a big difference between being skilled and leadership. And that's kind of why I'm saying Seth and Dayfry are the only 2 options, in my opinion. So, all right, well, listen, the next one is Incarcerated Star Phases. So you guys know, like I know, that King Jones is the most randomest motherfucker we've ever seen in our lives. We don't know what the fuck he's going to do. I don't even know why he kept the number 4 pick because he's a vibe kind of guy. So there's no way in fuck's sake he's grabbing anybody
No, he
This,
always grabs one good person, and then
bro, I think this is gonna be the reach of the draft. I don't know who he's gonna pick. I don't even see.
This could be like 2-tack easily.
That's what I'm saying. I generally don't. I think he's gonna be dumb and grab score. I think he might fuck
Yeah,
around and grab score.
he always grabs like a guard or a shooting guard round one.
Yeah, it has to be score, bro. Like that. That to me, I don't know. I generally have no idea. I agree. He should have traded that pick. I don't know. I have no
Maybe
idea
he
what
gets Kai Iverson.
that. Yes, that
Or
could be. That could be
Miami.
one. But I don't know if he's gonna go with Kai Iverson because I don't. If I'm correct, wasn't there beef before between Kai and King Jones, or was there not beef? Yeah.
I'm
So
pretty sure there was some cages beef.
here's the problem, though. Lazy King Jones has probably beef with every single top player in this community more than once.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know if he's going to
honestly,
be
if
willing to
people
pick these guys up.
beef, he might pick them up just to increase the beef. Because then you either load up or you get kicked out. Who knows?
Yeah, I would hope. I would hope that's not the mentality, but I get that. I get that concept. I don't know though, bro. Listen, to be safe, I think we go best available on the board with this pick, and we go score would be that next pick.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. I honestly, I really don't know. I feel bad for score, but I don't know. Do anybody have any other thoughts besides score?
I've heard rumors and speculations of low-key Godlight going for as well.
Oh man, poor Loki.
Yeah,
But but see, then the question is what position is Yo Cap playing this season? He's gonna
I
go
heard
play
Yo
back
Cap's
end?
point guard this season.
Oh,
I heard Yo Cap's point guard
brother.
this season.
I played him on point guard a few days ago.
And then what position is
And-
Jones playing? So that's their backcourt? They're just playing point guard, shooting guard?
Wait, it's actually low-key gonna be play take. I think it's gonna be play take.
That would make
the cages.
That would make sense. That would make sense to me. I'm cool with the play take right there because we did see at one point Incarcerated Scarfaces did take a chance on Ja from the three. You guys remember that? King Jones did draft the Ja from the three, so he does like drafting point guards. And Yo Cap can play any position. King Jones at the end of the day really, really, really wants to play shooting guard. He doesn't want to play center. For some reason, he thinks he's a dog at shooting guard. So maybe this could be a play take spot. Maybe. This one's tough, bro. This one's tough. Let's move forward. Let's say play take, just for the sake of saking. Let's say play take. And then we'll go to this is the one that I think is huge. So you got Belzevor, who traded up against sold their soul for 2 top 5 picks. We all know that no matter what, as long as Hate Patty is on the court, they will never be competitors. However, Hate Patty believes otherwise. So here we are with the number 5 pick, and this one can go anywhere. In my opinion, there is a specific reason why Dimes decided he wanted to come back to SIBA on this specific time on the season that Johnny Red, one of his really good friends, is the number 1 pick, right? And so, I remember talking about this in the during the stream, right, when we were talking about, because Feach was like, "Yeah, there's no way, no one's gonna draft you. You're not gonna go far." In Dimes' mind, he's probably laughing in his head. He's like, "I bet you I will," because I think there was this underlining conversation that Patty was having. And Patty's the type of person that would do some dumb shit like this as well. So I think wholeheartedly the number 5 pick will be Dimes.
How long do you think that lasts between Patty and Dimes? Like
Before
for a couple arguments this season.
Well, here's the thing: is it's gonna last because I do think Dimes will load up, but I do think that. So the real question is at what point does Patty go to a different position and Dimes goes to point guard? I'm gonna give it by game 15. By game 15. So I'm not putting. I told you guys, bro. I'm not putting JB on the board. Feach is the only person that's gonna put him on the board. I tried to. I wanted to have a conversation with him. I talked to him like a man. He obviously was busy. He was driving. The time has passed now, so he's gonna have to wait. Bruce didn't tell me shit. All Bruce told me was how horrible of an owner he is. That's all he told me. If Patty gets off the court, do they win? Yeah, I think so. I think if Patty gets off the court, yeah.
JB was moving and stuff with his shorty and all that.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
It was more than that, bro. He missed 20 games last season. The moral of the story is, bro, you can't be a top 15 pick in SIBA and play 12 games. All right, you can't do that. You said you need validation, and it's terrible. You are 30. What do I need validation on, bro? I'm confused. I don't need validation. He's not being put on the draft board. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We could let you in the booth. I'd love to hear your ignorant philosophy. Hold on one second. Let me drag you. You're not even in Publix, bro. I can't even put you on there because you're not even in Publix. Yeah, listen. He thinks I need validation from somebody by the name of Bruce. I've never really needed validation from anybody. Um, there you go. How are you guys getting in here? Who's dragging you guys? Yo, Peach. I bet you Peach is dragging.
Oh,
Yo,
I'm
all
going. Yeah,
right. Well, yo. What's up, bro?
yeah, bro.
Who do I need
And this
validation from?
disrespect though, like I'm not going to talk crazy to you on stream or nothing, bro. But you staying here saying I'm a bad owner and all that don't make no sense. Like JB really had issues going on. I'm not going to expose his business to 400 people, bro. But you should know me enough now to know I would never let nobody control or decide how much they load up on my team, bro. That's really the only thing I wanted to say.
I hear
Like,
you. I hear you. Tomatoes, 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 tomatoes. But I hear
bro,
you.
nobody, bro, you can't name one player in his Discord who has ever egoed me and not loaded up. Like,
I
nobody
never,
has ever did that. And
I never said that he egoed you. That never came out of my mouth. Just for clarity. Yeah.
but you like calling me a bad owner, and then you like the shit you say
Well,
earlier.
12. He played 12 games, bro. He was the number 15 pick in the draft. He played 12 games. But I think this is where you guys are missing the point of what I'm trying to say. He not only because it doesn't. You're right. Whatever happened last season happened. The problem is not only did he play 12 games last season, when owners and coaches are sending him a DM for this season to see if he's loading up, he's not responding. If you guys know how SIBA works, if you don't respond to owners and coaches, you are getting retired.
You're
Like,
right. You're right. I
so
don't.
there's
I
nothing
can't
more to
control what
discuss
he's
on that
doing
one.
now.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just speaking for what went on with my team personally. I cannot control what's
Yeah,
going on right
listen,
now.
listen. Yeah, it was the first time. I had no idea what happened. When I was doing the pre-draft rankings, I happened to type on his name and realized that he only played 12 games. I was baffled by that. Obviously, you never once brought it to anyone's attention. So, how you run your stuff is how you run your stuff. And it is what it is. But for me, bro, if I'm an owner, bro, and my star player, my number one pick, my number 15 pick in the draft is not loading up, bro. I mean, maybe you have that conversation about a retirement. If he's got a lot of shit going on, again, I don't know. That's your choice. Is how you want to run your show. I'm not an owner. I'm
Listen,
not your owner.
listen,
I'm not in
listen,
your head.
listen. And you're right, right? And also, this owner stuff has been going on for what 7 seasons now, and I was a coach 4 seasons before that. You can't keep just trying to slander me as an owner, bro, when I've only missed the playoffs twice ever, though, bro. That's just what
Bro,
I'm saying. Like,
bro, I'm not slandering you, bro.
but listen,
It's
man.
deeper than just
But
making the
listen, man.
playoffs, though, bro. It's so much
Listen,
deeper than just making the playoffs, and you know
listen,
this.
bro. I got a finals run, bro. I was one of the first
It,
people to
bro.
say it right here,
Again,
bro.
it's
Like,
so much.
I
It's so
understand
much
you got to win.
different,
I
though.
understand winning is the finals. I
No,
understand winning,
no, it's
bro.
deeper than that, bro. It's
Bro,
so
I
much deeper than
understand
that,
what
bro.
goes into being an owner, but again, you have a powerful name in this
I
community,
appreciate that, bro.
our world, our SIBA world, bro.
Yeah, I
When you
appreciate
say
it, bro.
little shit like that, bro, you push these false ass narratives, and I can't respect that, bro.
Bro,
Like you
what
calling me a
narrative?
terrible ass owner, that's
What
your
narrative? Hold on,
opinion,
hold on. What
bro.
narrative? Yeah, yeah. So,
Bro,
so wait, am I not allowed to have an opinion? Is that what you're saying?
you are, bro, but you
Okay,
but you
so then
missing
let
my
me have
point
my
though, right?
opinion. Let
Like
me
you
have my
missing my
opinion.
point,
I
right?
don't think you're a
You
good
came
owner.
on here,
Like it's that simple.
like you're secondhand to Feach, right, gang? If Feach came on here and said, "Yo, I like green water bottles better for C, but everybody like green water bottles," it's the same shit with you, bro.
I don't
Like,
agree with that. I
nah,
would hope
bro,
that as men we have our own
but you
opinions
get what
and
I'm
thoughts.
saying, though, bro. Like,
No, I don't. I didn't get that one. I
I'm
think
not
that
really
was a
trying to
bad
argue.
mentality though.
I'm not really trying to argue and be selfish. We got the draft to worry about too,
Yeah,
right, bro?
yeah,
I'm really not trying to be selfish or argue or disrespect you or nothing.
yeah, yeah.
And And also, I just didn't agree how the whole thing with the trade went through. Like, Loyal Ant said that he wanted to trade with me, and then the trade got approved for Iron Flag.
Yeah, no,
Which
I
then
agree.
he said that the trade he didn't want to do it with Iron Flag no more, and
Yeah,
it's hard, right? Because I have the toughest division, bro. I
yeah,
have Bam, Asta. The
yeah,
links are good with Carl.
yeah,
Winter War, like we can't sleep on Harlem, and now Bell's got 2 top 5 firsts, and then I've had 2 10-win seasons back to back.
yeah,
And this trade that I wanted to go out with a bang and try to contend, it
yeah.
just goes to somebody else who he said that he didn't want to do it with.
Well,
So yeah,
the
that's a
reason
little
why, well,
frustrating, bro.
but hear me out. The reason why that trade went through the way it did is because, again, when he sends me a trade, I screenshot that and I send it to Feach. Feach has that trade. He doesn't have your trade because that trade was already given to Feach. I then tried to help you guys by letting Feach know prior. I said, hey, look, I sent you a trade. However, he doesn't want to do this trade anymore. He wants to do it with the same exact trade, but he wants to do it with Theodore Unit. The problem is he's already received that first trade, so he's gonna go with what he sees. So I mean, I get it from your end, but to me, the motto of the story is, guys, stop sending fucking trades in. Half-ass. Make sure when you guys are sending a trade, you guys are believing in that trade you want to stick with. You're not going to look back at it and say, you know what, never mind. I want to trade it and switch it up. You can't do that, bro. Once you put a trade in, that trade is in, bro. It's that simple. There's nothing more to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not on you, bro. I feel bad for you. However, I hope this is a learning experience for all of you guys. Just make sure you guys are, really commit to your trade, man. What did Feach say? It's like what did he say about the extra? I can't remember what he said about the ex-girlfriend thing, but that shit was fire. But anyway, let's move on. I appreciate you, Bruce. Listen, I have my opinion. I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I'm still a grown man at the end of the day. I still I'm still human. I still have my own opinions. I should be able to share my opinions, whether or not my voice is influenceable or not. Like, I should be able to share my feelings and my thoughts. It doesn't. I don't think that I
Right.
create narratives. I think that I have feelings and I have thoughts on things, and I stand on them. So anyway, let's back to Bells of War. Did anybody disagree with the Dimes number 5? Does anybody have a different thought on it?
What do
I
we
mean,
have Dimes playing? Is he playing
He'll be playing
a
center.
guard at the
He'll be playing center.
center?
I mean, if they take their defense, gonna be who's gonna be there in the second round to be
I
their
think they're
back
gonna
end.
take that chance. I think they're gonna take that chance that Dimes falls to the first pick of the second.
That's
So
what
who do
I
you
was
think? So
thinking
who do you
too.
think they're gonna go? No, he might, but he might not. I don't know if you guys are seeing that. You got listen, bro. Well, Manny, why you got Bruce explaining yourself, bro? I'm not.
I mean,
Listen, I like Bruce, bro. He's just in his feels right
you
now.
have
I get
good
it.
to lock. You technically have good to lock on the board.
GTL,
You could go get him.
we
Yeah,
could tell you've been gone for a very long time, brother. GTL is not coming in as no number fucking 5th pick in the draft, bro.
There are a lot of
He's not
people I
coming number
see
5.
lower than what I
and
expected,
I,
like
I, I
Yeah,
I think
Julio
they're
and
gonna
shit like that.
yeah,
they're
bro.
gonna
These
take the
guys are
best available
not the
back
same.
end. That's what they're gonna do.
So you're saying they go with Seth? Do you say they're going to see a team like this, bro? They're
I, I
not.
I think it. I
Go
think if
ahead.
Fry's there, they take Fry. I don't think Fry's gonna be there, but if he is, I think that's where they go.
You
And
said Day
if
Fry?
not, yeah, I think if Dave
Yeah,
Fry's there,
no.
that's who they go with.
Day Fry won't be.
Uh,
Day Fry is going number 3 without a doubt. So
If not, they'll go like Seth. And I think it's easier to take like a round 2 center than it is to go like try and find that round 2 back end, especially in how weak this class is.
I don't
I
think.
just
I don't think. Listen, you guys also have to understand. Patty's not running the show. Okay, he's not the
for
one
sure.
speaking. This is Johnny Red making decisions. I don't think Johnny Red is willing to take the chance that he's going to stay in that second round. I think Johnny Red is going to say, "We got to do it. Fuck it. We'll figure it out." You know what I'm saying? In the second round for the next available as far as backing
But
stuff.
I also think the variable that we're also missing is if Jay Bullen gets back on the board, he talks to Feach and you guys and figures it out, he can definitely go as well.
Bro, he's gonna play 6 games. I don't know, bro. This is the thing. Who is this? Patty? So yeah, he's probably gonna draft non-SOE guys. So it makes sense. So yeah, I feel like Jay Bullen can do that. That makes sense. I don't know if he will, but we'll see. So we got Jay Bulling, we have Dimes. We'll just say kind of best available back end or Dimes that would go in that 5th round, or excuse me, with that 5th pick. So yeah, I don't know. Any other thoughts on that, guys? Well, let's look at the number 6 pick, man. You got Knuckleheads. Obviously, Zig and his 5 out. Defense, I believe, as far as keepers go, let me look really quickly.
I think it's just Maine.
It's just Maine at center. So I mean, he's gonna go best available. I think this is where Seth can.
Yeah,
This
I
is
was
where
about to
talks
say,
of
this is
Seth.
where Seth goes.
Yeah, this is where Seth gets talked about. Really, I don't think there's anybody else that he would be. Tutok, he would be looking at Tutok.
It's Tutok or Seth. No, it's not.
Or Miami too. I feel like Miami as well could be a good one. I wonder if he's reached out to Paragon. I wonder if he's reached out to Tylox. But I definitely think one of what I'm saying, one of these guys. I think it might be Seth. I feel like Seth is probably where he's looking at leadership wise. I think Seth would fit really well with Knuckleheads and Zig.
Or
He
a
said
lock.
Zig don't. He said Zig don't reach out to nobody.
He could just take a lock because Zig gets his lock 2-way so often in his 5
Yeah,
out.
Zig really doesn't. He doesn't talk to anybody. He does reach out though. He'll reach out, but you never know who he's dropping for sure. I agree with that. Man. Anyway, let me speed it up. We only have like 40 more minutes left. Method Man, bro. Listen, I'm gonna assume Day Fry is no longer there anymore, so Camping can't go in. Oh, I caught
This
myself
could be like
each.
Coop.
I caught
Seth
myself
doesn't
each.
go 6. He's going 7.
I caught myself each. I
This
almost
could
said
be Coop.
something.
If Seth is going to Knucklehead, this could
Hold
easily
on.
be Coop.
Yeah. Give me a second. Let me take a deep breath. All right, but anyway, number 7. So now you're looking at So in my opinion, no matter what, it will be a back end. I don't think it makes sense right now as far as retainers go. Kova is retained at that point guard position. They just traded for Krabs with that second round pick, so they now have a shooting guard. And then on top of that, they have a lockdown. I forgot his name, Fear. So they have Fear at lock. And then obviously Camping is playing that center position. So in actuality, guys, it has to be a back end. So who would fit well with a group like that?
Seth Cobain by animations. Or
I don't think by animations would be a good fit. I hope that Camping's not.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so. By animations won't buy into Cam's system at all.
Yeah, I don't think by animations will buy into that whatsoever. I think you're looking at guys like Seth Cobain. In my opinion, it's really Seth. In the boxes up there, but his ego is out the roof. Paragon would be to me, bro. I don't know if you guys know Paragon, bro. Euronos is a fucking dog. Euronos, to me, bro, would actually fit so perfect with Camping, especially with that group too, bro. Because that's a bunch of young guys. You got Krabs at the shooting guard. To me, is a very young. He was, I believe he's a dynasty player. I think he's still a dynasty player, right?
Who, Paragon?
No,
he's
Krabs. No, Krabs.
No, he's not.
No.
Okay, well, Krabs is not a bad player, so I do think he's I know he's very quiet and shelled off. He doesn't really play. I haven't really seen him in anything like 2K or SIBA related as far as that. But in the box, bro, I'm trying not to crash on you, bro. I don't like you at all, bro. I just don't like what you stand for. But anyway, Krabs at that shooting guard's position. Kova, I do think Kova and Camping will fit very well together. My understanding is Fears really enjoys playing, for Method Man. And so right now they have a vibe team. You just need to get it put it over the hump, right? With a really, really good, back end that's willing to buy into it. And to me, again, I even think Coop would buy in. I don't know if Coop would still be on the board by then, but I would even think Coop could buy in. However, I do think in my opinion, I would say top 3 would be Euronos would be number 1. I would say Seth Cobain with that number 2, second option. And then honestly, at that point, if Coop is around, I would go Coop with that third option. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree with that? Disagree?
Another guy, if they want to go dynasty, they could also look at Porgan, the rookie out of college.
Oh, and knowing Camp, he might do that.
He might do that.
Yeah,
Camp might do that. Value of it.
Yeah, Camp might do that. And that's a very, very smart decision because Porgon is a dog. Anybody keeping him, but the problem is you're keeping him in the first round.
Yeah, that's not somebody you want to keep in the first.
Yeah, that's the only negative. And if I'm correct, Kova is Kova a second round keeper?
He's the third round keeper currently.
So Kova's a third, Krabs is a second. No, Krabs is a third as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so he would have to have 2/3 to keep those guys.
He can't
So
keep
I'm
him in the next 2 picks.
oh, he can't keep Krabs, but he can keep Kova though. Isn't Kova?
No,
Oh, he's
no,
not.
Kova
Oh, so they're going back in the
started.
draft regardless. Okay, cool. So it doesn't even matter. That doesn't matter. So right now
Wait, he might wait.
they have Fears, and then they could go with Porygon
Oh
as
yeah.
dynasties. Yeah, Fear is a dynasty player. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fears is.
yeah.
So
So they
you
would
could
have
have
Fears.
your
Okay.
PNR and defense in the dynasty.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, listen, this is a good one for him, but I'm letting you know right now, this is a big one for you, Capping. I hope you choose well. I hope you don't go with the fucking in the boxes. I hope you don't go with the fucking buy animations. I really hope you think long and hard. You've done your research on the type of backends that would fit for you guys, that would fit for you and your personality. And your team vibe where you can like lead the charge again. No, I think buy animations is a great pick, not for not for Method Man now. All right, so number 8, Ghost Showers.
Not gonna spend much time here, Manny. You know who it is.
With the number 8 pick, do I?
Yeah, it's Bari.
Oh God.
They have jet ski.
Oh yeah.
Jet ski
Okay.
lockdown.
Listen,
Bari.
That's an automatic.
we
Yeah,
don't
that's
even
automatic.
we don't even got to, bro. I say your name because I want to, nigga. What are you gonna do about it? The fuck? You're not tough, bro. You've never been tough. You live in Staten Island, brother. As I said, I'll be out there next month. So at any given time, we can always meet up and shake hands. And just like I know you would do, pussy ass. Fucking can't stand this dude. This thing is. Ugh. Anyway, let me. All right, Killer Bees. So number 9. You said what?
I think they go Vonnie.
You think they'll go Bonnie right here? Who do they have? So
Absolutely.
retaining wise, who do they have?
They have Native, Bait.
So Native at
Braylon.
center, Bait, and
Braylon and
Braylon.
Asta.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They go Bonnie. Yeah. There's no doubt about it. So Killer Bees is now going to be competing again for another chip. Excuse me. And they're getting even better in my opinion. So that's awesome, bro. I love that. Assassinations Day via Rushing Elephants. Let me look at keepers.
I was alerted that they're going center.
Yeah.
So
Let me look. I want to pull up the keepers, bro. It's so hard when I don't know who these guys have. All right, so Assassination Day.
So this is Vanilla, Ja, Lohibi.
Okay, yeah. So they have Jaws. So they have their point guard. They have their shooting guard. They have their lock. They have their center. They have their whole team. Why are they? I'm confused. Why are they keeping? Why did they? So they're upgrading. So there's somebody they don't think is good enough. I think they're going to take best available, right?
I'm pretty sure. I heard they're
I think
taking
it's the
Summon.
center. Yeah. I've seen them in the KOTC with Summon.
I get that makes sense. Okay, so then Preem will be coming off the bench. I'm assuming that Preem won't be playing as much. So you look at Ja with that point guard, Glock shooting guard. Lil Heavy is playing lock. Obviously, Mr. Vanilla Face at back end, and then Summons at center. That's still a really decent team. I don't think this team wins, but very competitive second team for sure. Or very competitive team for sure. So yeah, shout out to those guys. We'll go right into number 11, Pro Tools. So Pro Tools. These guys have. Let me see who they've retained. Doesn't look like.
It's Mink, I think, and that's
No Vision and Mink. Y'all gonna laugh at me, bro. Who the fuck is Mink?
So he's a lockdown.
Thought he was a power forward, but I guess that's.
I don't know who Mink is, bro.
Me.
I've actually,
5.
yeah, I've actually never heard of Mink, bro. So I don't know. No Vision is. What does he want to play? Is No Vision playing point guard? Is he playing shooting guard? What's No Vision's mentality right now? Anybody know?
I don't. I think this is gonna be best available. I could see this being maybe like a dynasty rookie.
Nah, I think this could be like a little cause right here, bro. Do you not? I feel like Lil Cause can fit in this situation, or Tutok can fit in this situation. You don't think so?
Two talk, sure,
I
but
think two
baby
I
cause,
could do.
no.
Bro, what's wrong with Baby
No.
Cause, bro? The kid is a hooper.
I will say
Kai
that
Iverson is still in the draft. K Iso is still in the draft. A lot of you guys haven't spoke about K
No
Iso.
Vision's playing point guard. Why are we saying
We don't know
that?
that. We just said best available. I just heard that No Vision might be better. He said we're going best available right here. We don't know if No Vision's playing point guard. We have no idea what he's doing. He hasn't. I haven't
I
even
don't know
seen
if
him.
Clutch was trying to be funny, but he told me the other day if Dimes is there at 12, he's picking, or 11, he's picking him.
Clutch is not picking dimes, bro.
I think he was just trying to make me look like an idiot in chat.
Oh shit, bro. There's no way. That would be crazy though. I don't think Clutch would do that to himself, bro. I don't think he would do that to himself. But I don't know, bro. This is a tough one. I don't. He said if Dimes is
Look, he
there,
says it again.
bro. Listen. That's what I'm saying, bro. Because I heard Knucklehead said the same shit. He said if Dimes is there, he's taking him. That's what I'm saying. I think Dimes will go number 5. I think there's too many people. There's too many what ifs. Yeah, and I don't think Johnny Red is willing to take the chance on seeing if these guys are actually going to, you know what I'm saying, if these guys are actually being serious or not. He said it is wild. I know it's a risk. It's worth it. I respect that, bro. Anyway, so Pro Tools. What do you guys think? We'll go to 15, and then I want to talk about kind of some underrated guys as well. What do we think Where do we think they're gonna go?
I think
play
it's
take
Dimes.
if he's not going yet.
Play take. Nazir's another option they could take.
Yeah, no, I do think Nazir is a great option right there. I think he'll be the 3rd rookie off the board. I do think Playtake will get drafted before him. If Playtake somehow, some way ends up in this vicinity, I guarantee you, No Vision is going to take a step back and grab someone like that. There's no way you don't. Playtake is a dog. But also on the other end of things, you can look defensive. You can look at defense as well. So you start looking at the buy animations. I think buy animations would do well with someone like a Clutch, right? You start looking at the little locks. You know, I don't know locks and Clutch's relationship. You start looking at the again, Tutok is still going to be around. Most likely, will be playing point guard. You know, Honcho is still on the board as well. So, you know, I don't know if Clutch would take a risk on someone like Honcho. Coop could still be there as well. So I do think they have a lot of options. Coop.
I thought you said Hoot. I was like,
No.
I was about to
Does
say.
he even play the game? Last I heard.
No, he doesn't.
He plays the game
he's
anymore.
banned. He doesn't play any band.
All right. So Mink is playing lock. See, we didn't know that. Yeah, we didn't know.
They're saying that he's updated the PDR.
Oh, he updated it? Awesome. I know there's like a lot of people that were, or not a lot. There's a couple more people that need to be added. Let me see what he thinks of my PDR. He moved Day Friday number 4. Yo, Feach, stop fucking with the PDR, bro. I worked my ass off for this shit, bro. This is crazy. No, it's pretty much the same. It looks the same.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see if there's any.
He just moved Day Fry. I wish I could have seen where I had Day Fry. I think I had Day Fry like number 11 or something.
You had him at 15, I think.
15. Okay, so he moved him to 4. But yeah, Day Fry will be going very high. So Feach is listening to the stream right now. That's why he moved him up. But no, this makes a lot of sense. This makes sense. Anyway, back to where we're at. Where are we at now? We're at Iron Flag. So Iron Flag, this is their first pick, and I believe as far as keepers go, you have Trail Honcho. You know, I keep hearing that Trail's getting tired of playing point guard. Is this true? Is he going back to his position? Is he no longer zenning? Or is he just going to zen worse with on shooting guard? Iron Flag. Looks like it's just.
I see a world where they pick like Jack 3s or something, but they don't really
I
have
was
the
just
defense.
about to say Jack 3s.
He's probably not going to do that
maybe.
because he needs some defense.
Yeah, he does need defense. They have Blick. So one Blick, I believe that's his center Blick. So they have Blick as their keeper. Obviously, Blick. A lot of you guys probably don't know. Blick is actually a really, really great center. You know, so at this point right now, my assumption is they got to go best defense right there. So best defensive person. And in my opinion, you're looking at guys like Wolf. So Wolf is in those conversations. Wolf's in that conversation. You said who else?
Locks.
Yeah, Locks is in that. Wins Goaded is in that conversation. Zay DPOY is in that conversation. Obviously, Buy Animations would be in that conversation. They can Ray Capilat can be in there. I don't think he will be. Stick Some Comp can be in there. Oreo can be in there. If Oreo's playing back end, I believe he's playing back end. So there's a lot of great options. Don DPOY obviously is in there as well. Oh, did he move Seth Cobain all the way to? Oh, no, did he move him back up? I have no idea. Did you move Seth down?
It moved Seth to 47.
Why would you move? All right, bro, you're gonna regret that one, Feach. I cannot wait to talk shit to you for being wrong on that one, bro. I cannot wait. Actually, very excited. You guys, mark my words. He moved Seth Cobain all the way down to 47. Mark my words that he is going to instantly regret that.
Did he move Pest undrafted?
Did he take Pest off the board? Oh, because he had to put Zuri back on the board. Yeah, I think Pest is 83. Pest is 83. Oh my god, that is hilarious, bro. Anyway, what are you guys' thoughts on this one? So we're thinking defense. Oh, you know who else too is obviously he can go deep into that second round, or not deep in, but he can go into that second round. He can grab a Sepperton as well. But I do think
they're not going locked in. I think they will use their second round pick on Sep.
You think so?
So I think so for sure.
So they have 2 first?
They do have 2 first. Yeah, so they're second first, but I don't think this first they're grabbing Sepperton. I don't think that makes sense.
They can go
like in the
power
box.
forward and shooting guard this round.
Yeah, I do. In the box is gonna go to he's gonna go shots. I don't. Yeah, apparently, what's his name likes him. Gliz likes him a lot, but
He's saying Sep won't be on his unit. Can't fool me though, safety.
He says Seth won't be on the unit.
Yeah, he just said he's not picking Sep.
That's so funny. He said, "Why is Feach raising my stock?" I don't know, bro. Feach is Feach is thinking about old school as well, man, because he thinks DeGallis is even going to get drafted. I think DeGallis might go 5th round. All right, well, let's do our very last one, which would be, or I guess 2 more. We have Brooklyn Zoo, and then we have Theodore Unit, and then we'll kind of talk. Our last 20 minutes will be talked about just kind of some underrated guys. But let's go with Brooklyn Zoo. What do you guys think on there? Brooklyn Zoo. This is with a new coach. 81 shots. My assumption is 81 shots is going to play. He wants to play. 81 shots kind of reminds me of another guy that really is more vibes. Really enjoys being around his people. And so I think that we're going to see a lot of dynasty rookies that are going to get drafted into this Brooklyn Zoo team. So to start, I do think that they will go with a back end. I think if Porygon if he has not been drafted, I think he might be one of those. He might be the first one off, in my opinion. Not Paragon, not Euronos, but Porygon. I don't know if I said that right. What are you guys' thoughts?
Was he on his college team, Porygon?
No.
That was his coach. That was so he. I don't think he had anyone like really good on his college team this last year.
Yeah. No, but the thing I like about 81 shots is he's around. So like I don't know if like the pro players, right? The vets really know anything about 81 shots. 81 shots reminds me of like he reminds me of a B Sandy. He's willing to hoop with everybody and anybody. I wouldn't say skill-wise he's in the same conversation as like a B Sandy. I do think that 81 shots is actually a pretty decent point guard, and had he not been a coach, could easily be a starting point guard in the pros. I don't think he's a bad player at all. However, again, as I say, I do think I would put him in that category of vibes. So like he very similar to how Poisonous Darts operates, very similar to how Bring the Pain operates. He's going to kind of grab guys that he's comfortable with, that he knows. And so that's what I'm saying. You guys are going to see, and I still think they'll compete. Like I do think that Brooklyn Zoo will compete. repeat this season. But I think it's going to be with a bunch of guys you guys probably don't know of. But anyway, so anybody have any thoughts on this pick?
This could be like as they depoy, and then they have Hunter in the second.
I know
who's
Hunter and Uranos are like pretty cool. So
yeah,
a good
wait, someone
chance
like
at
that.
Uranos.
hmm
Yeah, you're
I can
looking
see
so.
where he reaches. I can see where he reaches on like Austin Reeves or something.
You would never put me in a headlock, Sam. Come on, bro. You could never.
I
I
think
don't
he
think
does
you would
reach
reach me.
for somebody though.
Yeah. No, I don't think he goes for a reach. I don't think 81 shots is silly like that. I think he's gonna go. I think he's going to. That's what I'm saying. I think a baby's cracked. My guess. Here's the thing. 81 shots. I know you want baby's cracked. Here's the thing though. You got to play D, and my understanding. Let me see your keepers. So right now you have. Okay. So you have Hunting and you have Yuri. Yuri, forgive Yuri. I'm gonna be honest with you. Who is that rebrand? Does anybody know who Forgive Yuri is, rebrand wise?
He's been on that team for 3 seasons.
I know nothing about him. So Hunting is a lock.
You made him a tier 4. What do you were the one who made him a tier 4? Talking about you don't know.
Oh, so he's a dog. What position does he play?
Center.
Center.
I don't know who that is, bro. I didn't make him a
Is
tier 4. I didn't make him a tier 4. It wasn't me. No, I don't know who that is. I mean, unless I know of him like his old Discord, I don't know what a Forgive Yuri is. I don't know who that is. Respectfully. So right now they are. So I guess yeah. So Baby's Crack could be an option. You got Hunting. Hunting can play lock. Forgive Yuri's a center. 81 shots as point guard. So they are looking for a shooting guard and a back end. Brooklyn Zoo drafts again. Let me see where Brooklyn Zoo's next pick would be. So I don't think they pick again until the third. Yep, they don't pick again until pick 109. So honestly, right here, bro, he has to make a choice. You know what I'm saying? He can either go with with his boy Baby's Cracked, or he
if
can
you
go.
pick Baby's crack in the first round, then I don't know, bro.
But here's the thing, bro. They're going. Listen, I've heard a lot of mixed emotions with Baby's Cracked, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've heard a lot of mixed emotions. I've heard the community. I've heard that the top tier community say he's a joke. He's not very good. I will tell you guys. Something though, bro. Baby's Cracked is not a bad player. I don't think he's a bad player at all. I don't know if he's good, and we really won't know until he plays his season in the pros. But I wouldn't draft him in the first round. If you guys are smart, you guys would, as a whole, I think he would be a great third round pick in my opinion. I don't think he's going to be. I think his dynasty will be ruined if you pick him in the first round. 100%. His dynasty status will get ruined. Nobody in their right mind will keep Baby's Crack with the first round pick. Nobody. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully. However, the question is, does 81 shots do that? And I don't know. I generally have no idea. So anyway, listen, my head is starting to spin on this one. Do you guys see any, let's look at kind of the pre-draft rankings right now. Do you guys see anybody kind of underrated guys that really doesn't get talked about a lot that you feel really can make an impact? I'll go with my first one, which is Miami. For some reason, Miami just does not get talked about enough. I don't know why. I don't know. I know that he's not really a dick rider. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't really dick ride the community. He keeps to himself. But, bro, Miami's such a good player. But he doesn't get talked about at all.
He's also the guy who's gonna get on and fucking play the chem runs.
Yeah.
All that good stuff.
Yeah, he'll load up at any given time. He's a great player. So I'm very confused. Is there anybody else you guys can think of that really that's not really getting...
I mean, we haven't talked about Kaiso one time, but I've played him in the codes a few times.
He's
last
very
week.
fucking good.
Yeah, Kaiso is a really good player. Obviously, he hasn't been around. He was banned. I think there's a lot of there's reasons why he's not really being talked about. We don't really know what type of Kaiso is coming back. Obviously, he had to pay a shit ton of money to get back into SIBA. So my assumption is he's gonna play it safe and load up and not have any concerns and not have any issues. There's no way you pay that much money and continue to troll. So I do think you're going to get a different kind of player in Kaiso as far as personality goes. But we can't deny the fact that the dude's a fucking hooper. So Yeah, I agree with you. I think he needs to absolutely be spoken about. Probably one of the top 5 point guards coming out of this draft easily. I think an overrated player. I want to speak on that. I don't know if I don't want to. Bruce kind of said my voice is powerful and yada yada yada, and I create narratives. But I do want to speak about what I feel is a very overrated player, and you guys can talk to me a little bit about that. But Austin Reeves, I think, is the most overrated player in this draft, hands down, without a doubt. Does anybody agree with me or disagree?
Disagree.
It,
Because
yeah, let me hear
I
it.
think I don't think anyone's gonna pick him in the first, but like Austin Reeves at the beginning of a 2K is gonna be worth that second round keeper spot. So that's just my opinion.
Look, he called me a dick rider. See, why am I? Reeves, I love you, bro. You're still my man's, dog. You're still my man's, bro. But I think you're overrated. I think you're overrated. I'm worried about you, bro, because now listen, let me explain why. Let me explain why, Austin, why I feel the way that I feel. Okay. You have been around SIBA for a very, very long time. However, you're just now getting into the pros, right? I don't really see you in any capacity. You got to talk to Feach now. Feach has now taken over the pre-draft rankings, guys. So if your name is not on there, you guys got to talk to him. You obviously didn't reach out to me, so pray that he'll put you on that list. But anyway, back to you, Austin. I don't know if you're an SOE guy, bro. I don't know if you're willing to load. I don't think this means enough for you to load up because you're going to end up on a really bad team. I'm just fair warning you guys.
Disagree.
You think Austin Reeves is going to end up on a good team this season?
I think he's gonna end up on Sons of Man in the second round.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. Well, I don't think I don't know if he'll go that far, but I hear you. I hear you. Because right now they have pick 33, correct? Let me double check. I'm pretty sure they have pick 33.
Pick 35.
They have pick
It's
30.
pick 32 after keepers though.
Yeah. So pick 32 after keepers. I mean, yeah. So that goes. That's contingent on the type of owners that we have in this community, owners and coaches, right? So the hope is that Austin Reeves goes where he deserves, which would be in that second round, that third round. And yes, I do think that if he ends up on Sons of Man, that could be really great for Sons of Mans. But if he doesn't end up on Sons of Man, you will end up on a shitty ass fucking team. The question is, bro, are you going to load? Like that's genuinely my question. I'm asking you. I want you to type in the chat, bro. If you end up on a shitty team in SIBA, okay? If you end up on a shitty team in SIBA, on a Method Man or Bring the Pain, are you gonna load? He said, I loaded every game in college. Okay, that's what I want to hear, bro. I love that, bro. That's the only thing I'm worried about with you, bro. Is that I just don't know if you're actually, if you're committing, if you actually are locked the fuck in, bro. So I'm excited to see. But to me, bro, I'm giving you my most overrated player. Obviously, Hoodie disagrees with me. Do you have a overrated player, Hoodie?
Off the top of my head, no, I think that you did the rankings really good, if you ask me. But
Thank you, bro. Feach doesn't agree. Feach was talking shit about it. He
well,
said
it was Resent Chris, but you moved him, so
I moved Resent Chris. Yeah, I did.
yeah.
Bro,
This
I
was a
was
good pre-draft rankings. This
I
was a
appreciate
really
it,
Also,
great
bro.
job.
I will say the other day you guys were talking about prospects and stuff and saying Condone is a top 3 lock, and it's just
Well,
not true.
a top 3 lock in college. I think you
Yeah, but
misinterpreted
you
what
guys
you're
were talking
saying.
about putting him in the second round. Like you got to still remember as actual value, he's just not that.
Yeah, but you also have to understand, bro. Like and I had this conversation with Cook Iverson earlier today, right? We're gonna base this. I get it from like a value standpoint, from a from like a round standpoint. You know what I'm saying? But you got to realize, bro, what they do in college does matter. And Cadone had a great college season, a very, very, very good college season. So did what's his name? Fucking oh my,
Ainsley and Keller.
yeah. So did Keller. So did these guys had really great.
I've played against these guys in
Whether
both
you played against
cases
them
and
or
stuff. And there's
whether you've played against them or not, and that's the other thing that we're doing. What we've been doing, guys, is I'm glad we're talking about this right now because I want the community to know this. We are not only do you guys have your in season rankings, right? You guys are playing in the pros, you guys are playing in college, you guys are putting in and you guys are building your draft stocks. once the off season happens, okay, you guys should be getting into those cages. You guys should be getting into those KOTCs because we are going to utilize your ranking in that as well. So if you guys are type of players that are really trying to build your platform up, and I'll give you guys a prime example. Playtake did not play one game of college this last season. He did not. He didn't play one game. However, he had the games to qualify to move up to the pros. He was eligible because he had the games.
Do you
Playtake.
mind if I cut you off real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just had to address Santos Slim. You calling people idiots in the chat saying they don't know what they're talking about, that's just not your line. Like,
Who is he calling it? Who is he calling an idiot?
I don't know. I just read the chat. He's calling people idiots.
4D also said he DM'd you to get back on the board.
Yeah, I can't. Listen, Feature's holding it now, but 4D told me that him and fucking Vonnie have the same name, so he was gonna try to come back with the same name that Vonnie used last season. So he's got to talk to Feature. So Feature will put him on the board. But anyway, so like I said, Playtake ended up not playing a single game in college. However, you said what?
He played 6 in college last season.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so played 6 games in college, but became the number 6, ranked player in there, and a lot of that has to do with what he was doing in KOTC, what he was doing in cages. I mean, this dude really, really built his stock from those cages and those KOTC. So your name, once you guys are finished with your season, right? You're still going to continue to market yourself. You're still going to continue to put yourself out there. Make sure you guys are really getting into those KOTCs every single night. I mean, guys, I've noticed that there are literally fucking 12 teams every single night in KOTC. 12 at minimum. Okay, so this shit it's lit.
Early 16. We do 4 brackets every night.
Oh, 4 brackets, so 16 teams. So it's pretty lit, bro, and it gives you a really, really great opportunity to build your stock up even bigger than what it is now. So in my opinion, Keller, not only did he have a really great college career, but he also, in my opinion, bro, did very well in those KOTCs, in those cages. That has also built his stock up even more. Not only did he build his stock up, but he's proven to you guys that he's willing to play with anyone and everyone and do it with a smile on his face. Not once did we have any type of issues with Keller about refusing to want to load up in KOTC or cages. Not once did we have any problems with him in the chat disrespecting teammates after games. The dude is a dog. Yes, and I'm glad you mentioned that, Cam. Let me. Can you drop the link in the cages as we're heading out, guys? And Feach will be taking over at 4 p.m. to start the draft. I do want to let you guys know. The cages are our goal behind the Liquid server is to continue to give you guys as much high competition as possible. And a lot of the reasons why we weren't really doing anything overnights and we weren't doing anything late nights is because you have me and Pest running the show in there, and we're both grown ass men who go to sleep by 10 p.m. But with the likes of Bam coming into the scene, really, really helping and contributing in there, with the likes of Cam SPM, with the likes of Rattled coming in, we are now able to start breaking down the Cages Express. Can you drop the graphic, please? The graphic would be a little bit better. So anyway, we're now able to introduce to you guys our Cages After Dark. Okay, and that's something that Cam SPM kind of created. It's the exact same stuff. It's Cages Express, guys. It's just going to be late nights. So we're looking at it'll begin after midnight. So I believe 12:30 a.m. and it'll go on until it stops, guys. So we're giving you guys even more places for you guys to be coming in and hooping. One-stop shop where you guys are able to kind of make some money and things like that. So play taker funny as fuck. No, but listen, shout out to those guys as well. No way are we trying to be competition. We're just building, and we're going to continue to continue to build our server up. Obviously, we're not in any partnership with anybody. So because we don't have a partnership with Bloodlines, because we don't have a partnership with anything else, obviously we're going to continue to we're going to continue to build our product up and continue to build our family base up, our SIVA family base up. So this is something we're going to start doing ASAP. So make sure you guys are in there. Make sure you guys are repping. Obviously, if you guys are SOE guys, SIVA guys, I expect you guys in my stuff. I don't expect you guys competing in other things. I expect you guys in there, coming into the SIVA product, showing love into the SIVA product. But yeah, so that's all I got, man. I'm just kind of waiting for Feach to send me that text to tell me to shut the fuck up. As soon as he does that, I will bounce. Good luck in the draft today, guys. For the guys that don't get drafted, you guys are always welcome to come into the G League. I want to show you guys our G League currently. I know last season I told you guys that it was one of the biggest G League drafts that we've ever had. The pro draft hasn't even started yet, guys, and this is what our G League draft looks like right now. Okay, so this will be the biggest G League draft that we will ever that SIVA has ever put together. I can almost guarantee you guys. So
throw me on that board. Throw me on that board. I got a level 5 account. Throw me on that board.
You got to reach out to DC. So DC is doing the draft. So please make sure you guys are reaching out to DC. This is his tag, guys. Send him a DM if you guys want to be on the draft board so he can put you guys on there. But this is going to be awesome, guys. So the guys that don't get drafted, you obviously don't be discouraged. The G League is here. We have made a lot of new things with the G Leagues, guys. Just so you guys know, we have keepers now in the G League, so guys are keepers now. We have we have trades now. Just a lot of great things that are coming into the G League. We're really doing it big style, guys. We're really killing it right now. The G League is, I promise you guys, the G League is the second best, most active league in this community, without a doubt, hands down. Okay, so I obviously, again, like I said, don't be discouraged if you guys don't get your names on there. Please make sure you guys, please make sure that you guys are, reaching out to DC. Also, DC, I don't know if you're in the chat, but we do have to make sure we take. Actually, I might just do that really quick for you. While I'm on stream, I have to take all of college. So that's something we did say we were going to do moving forward. College. Where is the college board big board? Sorry. College. Where is the college board big board? Is that Feach? I know it's
Yo,
Feach.
talk it up, man.
Bro, I'm waiting for you to text. Oh, you just texted me.
I've been
Oh, shit.
texting you. I've been sending you this stream.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good, bro. All right, guys, I'm out of here, man. I'll see you guys later, bro.
The stream as soon as he signs off.
I'm signing out right now, guys. I'm signing out right